Alright, so the mid-month banner has officially been announced. We're going to check it out right now. Hopefully it's a fun banner. But on your screen now are those that got the prediction right in yesterday's video. Did anyone get it right? I don't know, but we're going to find out. So I do think this banner is going to be a premium banner, but I wouldn't mind it being seasonal if they do want to throw that our way. So what exactly are we getting for mid-month? Soul Reaper Academy summons. Wow, we're going back in time with that one then. So the last time we got Soul Reaper Academy characters, they were the first ever mid-month, by the way. So that's how long it's been now since we have received those characters. It was Momo, Renji, and also Izuru. I don't think they're going to do the same characters again. I feel like maybe we're going to get a Rukia, maybe a Shuhei. I'm not too sure. Let's check it out though. It's going to be a fun little mid-month banner. We are actually getting Shuhei instead of Renji. So kind of the same with Izuru and also Momo. The art look cool. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. And I guess it's nice to see Shuhei. So at the very least, it wasn't just 3 of the same characters reran. They actually brought someone new into the banner to spice up a tad bit. I actually don't mind this. The artwork does actually look quite decent in it, especially Izuru. Izuru actually looks good. Are we about to get, unironically, some good Soul Reaper Academy characters? My biggest hope with this banner is they actually keep the background, because the OG characters, they have like the special background. For being premium characters that aren't anniversary, they're the only characters that have like a special background, including the 4-star Rukia. Kind of a shame here we didn't get a Rukia in this, but I guess Rukia recently just got a new character, right? But having said that, what we have here is a mind, technique, and also speech character. So I'm going to expect most of these characters to be either link shot characters, maybe some farmers of coins, because that's going to be a thing going forward into the future. As long as the characters are good though, they're good. Let's see it. Oh, wow. Oh, interesting. Shuhei starting off right from the bat. So a mini strong attack character, all of his attacks can inflict drain. That's actually pretty good. What killer does he have? Stamina. Okay, never mind. So, why is Shuhei always cursed for having like these terrible killers? But last time he had squad 0, now he has Stamina. Oh my god. Alright, either way though. Either way, he is coming with a new soul trait. Damage to drained enemies plus 35%. Not sure how that's going to play out. Not sure how I feel about that. It's very weird to get that, actually. I'm not going to lie. Because think about it, you'd rather just have strong attack damage or full stamina or recharge. So, not sure where that's supposed to be in play. Could be maybe decent in Guild Quest as a side if you're trying to do nuking strategies, for example. I'm not really too sure. In this particular case, it's not going to be that useful. But in the case we get some like damage to weakened enemies, that's going to be really good when it comes to sides in Guild Quest, for example. So, you know, don't count this soul tree out as of yet. This one probably isn't the best example to get our first introduction to it. But for damage to weaken, damage to paralyze, damage to burning, those ones are definitely going to be good here because it does go to 35%. So that's actually not too bad. I don't mind the idea of that. It's interesting to say the least, but we'll see how this one does play out. So Shuhei, resolute attack. Shuhei dodges incoming attacks before leaping and bringing down his swords, causing immense damage, inflicting drain. Let's see the skills that he does have. Does he come with some special skills here? Somewhat damage output doesn't seem to be an issue here. In this case, we are seeing the return of Havoc plus 20%. Maybe Shuhei isn't bad. Maybe mid-month characters are finally starting to get somewhat decent. In terms of damage output, he has Frenzy plus 1, a 40% Berserker, does again 35% more damage to enemies afflicted by drain. But alongside that, he also buffs mind attribute Soul Reaper's strong attack damage by 20%, and then also allows them to do 40% more damage to enemies afflicted by an ailment. So Shuhei, for the most part, is doing around 75% more damage when he inflicts a status ailment. That is quite crazy, especially because of the fact that he is a mid-month character given Havoc too, so again, love to see that. We saw it with Starker 2 months ago. More of this, please, Caleb, because it does make them useful outside of just Guild Quest, I guess, epic raid content. You can actually use the characters. And to be fair, so far from what I'm seeing, it looks good. If Shuhei has a good strong attack kit, that's a decent Shuhei. The only bad thing about him is the Stamina killer. But for those Shuhei fans that want to finally use a young Shuhei, I guess you finally get to do that, right? Momo, though, she is... Wow! Okay. Okay, I'm not going to complain about that. Premium character, well, that's actually kind of good. So, range strong attack character. Her strong attack 2, 3, and also soul bomb can inflict burn. And then she is the second character in the game, but the first character for the power attribute, or I guess technique attribute, to come as speed, links or potion, plus 5 as a soul trait. That is beautiful. The great thing about this is actually is premium, so you don't really need to pull for her now like we had to do with, you know, Sun, for example. If you missed her, you haven't had a chance to pull for her yet. It's going to be a minute before she does come back, but even then, it's always going to be in a random banner, for example, until she starts to become a bit more widely available. Momo, in this case, is a premium character. So if you don't get her now, you can get her later on in tickets, or you can just get her when she's a filler sometime in the future, right? Having said that, I would love if the character itself was actually pretty decent. Again, they're mid-month characters, right? They always be given some random killers to fill out the guild quest stuff, but in her case, she has a Squad Zero killer. Unless we get a Squad Zero, you know, epic raid, for example, this isn't really going to be that useful. But then again, she isn't really designed... If you're given this soul trait, you're not being designed to be played with. Sure, Sansan can be used, but for the most part, we're just using Sansan as a link, right? And the same thing here is going to be with Momo, but I'm sure she's going to be good enough to be used, right? So weaken duration 100%, sprinter +1, guard break. In this case, she was not given Havoc. Lacking an extra skill when compared to Shuhei, but what we can see is she does have Frenzy +1, 40% Berserker, and also busts but strong attack damage by 20%, and also is increasing the speed drop rate by 30% too. Nothing like screaming like wow at me as of right now besides the soul trait purpose, but you know what, at this point we've gotten so many like Linkstore characters, and it's nice to see Technique get more of those, because I think as of right now, you know, not including this particular Momo, Technique has access to the least amount of Linkstore characters, so it's nice to see more of them, especially a premium option, especially one like this that does have that new type of soul trait. Definitely want to pick her up sometime in the future, maybe on her individual banner. We'll see how it does go. But like I mentioned, damage output is a tad bit low for the most part, only Frenzy +1 with basically 60% Berserker, can buff your team's strong attack damage by 20%, so it's not too bad, and she does increase the drop rate by 30% too, so for the most part, this is a character you want to get your hands on if you want to give your main characters +10, maybe use a better Technique character, give them +5 Linkstore potions, or you just want to have a bit of fun farm Linkstore potions with a Momo, you can definitely do that with this particular character. So 2 for 2 thus far. I actually don't mind it. Let's see Izuru. Can Izuru round up the banner and actually be a decent character? He does have a Spider killer. So this whole banner just has weird killers. Okay, so merely a strong attack character, SA1 and so on, can inflict burn. And let's see what he can do. So power drop rate by 30%. Okay, so decent soul trait. Weaken duration, 20% team heal, and also read all affiliation dodges. Yeah, Izuru's giving the short end of the stick. Interesting. That's kind of unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie. Because this character, from what I'm seeing, has like no value. Like, no value whatsoever. I guess he has the read all affiliation dodges, but that's not special anymore because you can just give any character you want read X dodge, for example. Yeah, really unfortunate. Maybe this character's going to have the best set of strong attacks. It'd be kind of funny if they threw on like a tracking vortex just to make him somewhat decent. But Izuru is definitely the shaft of the banner. So sorry, Izuru fans, because right now what you have with Shuhei is an interesting new soul traits. Alongside that, he also is setting up to be pretty good. Like, damage output isn't really that much of a problem here. And he was also given Havoc. So he was given the special treatment. Momo is going to be an epic raid farmer. She's going to be good in there. She also does allow other characters to be Linkstore farmers. So she already has value. One of the more valuable characters in the game. And then you just have Izuru that does nothing. It's like, why is bro in this banner then? I mean, I guess the power drop rate is decent at best, but nah, you're gonna have to do more to sell us on a character with that. The banner itself, it's alright. It's alright. I do like that Kensei is here. We are about to start seeing some of these, you know, all those premium banners that we got near the end of the year. We're going to start to see them become a tad bit more common as fillers. That's really good. Kensei is basically the best Linkstore farmer, 40 power attribute, so he definitely holds some value there. Oko's still great. Tsukishima's still great. These bottom 3 characters, not so much, but they definitely have their usage in Guild Quest and also Senkamon. That's really about it. So before we do check out the character's gameplay, let's hop over to Reddit. Shout out to Zoldex for giving us this information regarding the character's strong attacks, because all 3 characters here are SP based, so it is important to know what attacks they do have. Starting off with Shuhei though, we can see here that his SA1 is actually a 750 Vortex AoE in front of him, very similar to Epic Ichigo's SA1. Very good strong attack 1, especially because he was given Havoc. SA2 is a 750 AoE around him. Not really the greatest strong attack, but it's fine. And then his SA3 is going to be a full screen. Again, remember this character was given Havoc. Next up, we have Momo. Her strong attack 1 is going to be the distant area in front of her range collision attack. Not a bad strong attack, not really the worst out there. SA2 is going to be a standard beam forwards. And the SA3, of course, is going to be a full screen. So just a standard kit right there. Going to be decent for epic grade content. And then when it comes to Izuru, Izuru has also a pretty set standard kit here. In this case, a beam SA1, a distant AoE SA2, and then a full screen SA3. For a mid-month banner, I'm actually relatively impressed for the most part. Do like this new type of soul trait. Again, it might be useful on other characters with other traits like damage to burn, paralysis, many weakened, for example. Those are definitely the traits you want to go after, especially if you do care about guild quest scores. Momo, of course, being a speed Linkstore potion soul trait character as a premium character is obviously exciting to see. She, of course, is going to be the highlight for many people, myself included. And then Izuru's kind of just there, not really doing much for anyone's account in my opinion. Even as an Espada killer where there aren't that many of, he's not really doing much to even use him in that particular game mode, if that kind of makes sense. But I will say, it's kind of cool to see them experimenting a tad bit with these particular characters. Shuhei getting that new type of soul trait, and also another example of a mid-1 character picking up Havoc. And then we have Momo in this case. Her case is special because obviously it is a pretty good soul trait, one of the best in the entire game. And I mentioned it a lot now, she is premium, but it's important to know that because when it came to super Linkster characters and also Linkster characters, it took quite a while for us to get our first premium version with that particular skill. So to already get a character with the Link Slot soul trait as a premium character for our second ever character to get that type of soul trait is actually pretty cool on Kayla's part, not gonna lie. With that said though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you're think with these 3 characters. I'm actually pretty excited for them. Not really gonna do much summons in this particular banner because it is premium, but I definitely will be doing the 2 steps, buying the ticket. Also probably do 2 steps on Momo's banner, test my luck, try and get it early. And I can happily confirm that these characters do indeed have the academy background. It's not just the normal 6-star, they're keeping up tradition. The last characters had them, these characters had them too, so that's actually pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video though. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.